Hi, my name's Phil. I like talking about politics. So we've left the EU now, the organisation that the UK has been closely aligned to all my life. It's done. Finished with. So the question becomes, what now? But first, if you'd like to be notified of daily news and politics, then please subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification icon. So the first thing to do, I suppose, is to ask a very important question, which is, where are my benefits? Where are the Brexit benefits? Where's the Brexit dividend? We were promised them the second we left. Well, we left hundreds of seconds ago. Where are they? That's okay. I'll keep asking. In the meantime, there are some things that definitely have changed overnight, and it's worth going through here. So the first one, which actually could be argued as a benefit of Brexit, albeit for every nation that's not the UK, and that is that Nigel Farage and his unholy acolytes have been banished from the European Parliament and asked not to darken their corridors ever again. It doesn't necessarily mean we'll have to put up with more of him in Britain. It's not like he used to attend the European Parliament much anyway, except ironically right until the end. I reckon he must have spent more days in attendance since the May elections last year than he did in his previous 20 years as an MEP. But anyway, he's off to America soon to earn millions on the lucrative speech circuit before joining the nylon-haired orange one for the presidential elections towards the end of 2020. Next change is passports. So there's going to be another little metamorphosis. So last year they already removed reference to the European Union, as well as taking out the page that explains various benefits that you get as an EU member abroad, even though at the time we were still in the EU. That was a bit naughty, but we have left now, so whatever. It's going through another little metamorphosis. It's going blue. It's not going to be made by a British company anymore, but never mind. But it's going blue. By summer, it's reckoned that all new passports issued will be blue because, reasons. As I noted before, it's not really a benefit of Brexit in any way, shape or form, because EU members are allowed whatever colour passports they want. If they want blue passports, they can have blue passports. It's not like we'd be the only EU member with a blue passport anyway. The fact that we adopted burgundy ones, which wasn't even at the start of our membership, was entirely our choice. But that, of course, makes it a good metaphor for Brexit, because the new passports contain fewer pages of benefits for us abroad, and they're blue. It's like Brexit itself, really. We've lost things in order to gain what we could have had all along if we just wanted. Perfect metaphor for Brexit, in fact. At some point, you may be handed a 50p piece in change for something, commemorating Brexit, one of the Brexit coins. Now, for rejoiners, I have to get used to that word, there are essentially three choices for what to do should you be given one. The first, which was my first inclination, was to refuse to accept them. But that could be making a fuss with someone who you might be making uncomfortable, and they mean no harm to me. I'm just being an arse at that point, potentially. And besides, I might be given one without noticing, or given one by a machine that certainly won't accept it back, and certainly won't change it for a different one. So that's the first option, but some people will do that. That's fine. The second one, which I thought was a really good idea, and that is to accept them gratefully, even choose to accept them, and then put them away somewhere, not spend them. That will help as many as possible to be taken out of circulation so that other people don't have to suffer seeing them. In fact, if Brexit supporters do the same thing for different reasons, more positive reasons, then actually together we actually may help pull these things out of circulation pretty quickly. Or the third thing you could do is just not give a crap about them, treat them like any other 50p. It's a coin at the end of the day. It's neither an advantage nor a disadvantage to Brexit. It has cost millions of pounds of taxpayers' money, yep, but it's been spent now, and they've wasted far more on Brexit than this is costing. It's a drop in the ocean compared to the £2 billion a week that the government itself has calculated that Brexit will cost us. Next change is we won't be talking about the Brexit Secretary anymore. His department has now been closed down. Boris Johnson doesn't want us talking about Brexit from now on. Anything that happens from now on, nothing to do with Brexit, so he doesn't want us talking about it. Apparently, not having a government department for something stops us talking about it. Let's see about that. The Prime Minister won't be attending any more EU summits. Now, if you're in favour of Brexit, you might think, Well, that's all fine and good. We don't want him doing that anyway. But that is to misunderstand the basics of international diplomacy. So sure, the EU summit has official business. It's got an agenda based around the EU, which, by the way, still affects us. So it would have been beneficial to have a say at that table, because what is decided at these EU summits formally still affects us. But there are lots of informal discussions. It's only to think, imagine it. You're at work, with your colleagues. You will, at times, of course, discuss work things. But there are other times when you discuss other things as well. It's no different for world leaders. They discuss a lot of things off the record at events like this. And basically, Boris Johnson has now shut the UK out of discussions with some of the most influential powers on earth, further reducing our influence. Of course, the form of Brexit that Boris Johnson is threatening means quite significant changes are on the way in many other areas, but the transition period protects us from most of them for now. I still seem to be able to buy Euro Millions tickets, so that's pretty good, because that's my retirement plan. Although I now have limited time to put that into action. But those are the changes that I have observed at the moment that will have happened overnight, that will hit us immediately. I suppose a final one could be the political conversation in the country. So if 2019 was the year of will we or won't we leave the EU, 2020 is how are we going to leave the EU? Because although we've left, we still don't know how we've left. That's going to be determined. Yeah. So I hope you found the video interesting. If you did, don't forget to click the like button. If you'd like to support the channel further, then please also click the Patreon link for details. And until next time, I'll see you later.